Where did you watch the draft, Matt Ryan? Where did you watch that? Walk me through your draft night.
It was not that exciting. Yeah, just at home. So it came on. We put the kids down. We've got twin boys. Put them down, and I watched just my wife and I. So it was low key. But yeah, not a great story behind it. Just on the couch like everybody else watching on a Thursday night.
But I think you're a smart man. You know where I'm driving at here. Did you know going into that night it was going to be Kyle Pitts? Did they clue you in at all on what was going to happen draft night atop the draft, Matt Ryan?
No, not really. You know, I think they were up front the entire time, right from the start, as they were with all of our players. You know, saying that they're going to evaluate this draft, find the player that they think is, you know, the best fit and the best for us moving forward. And it's your responsibility as players, regardless of who we draft, to go show us that you're the right person, you know, for the position. And so I think I was treated the exact same as everybody else in our building. You know, but I was certainly excited when it was Kyle. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
And fired up that he was going to be a part of our building.
So, again, communication, and this is what I find so fascinating about your scenario and situation, for the lack of better terms, Matt Ryan, is, you know, there is another MVP quarterback sitting up in Wisconsin, and we are all consumed by what may be going on between him and the front office, because the communication apparently was not there for him on a draft night in 2020. And so what else can you tell me about the communication that was between Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, maybe even Arthur Blank and you, Rich McKay and you, to make sure that you were clued in as much as possible so you understood what was happening here, with you having a window of opportunity left in the league that's on the back nine, if you will, Matt? What can you share about that?
Yeah, I think, you know, I think they were all open and honest, you know, all four of those people that you mentioned. And they said, listen, we haven't made any decisions, but we feel like we're going to draft this person, and that is the best player available for us at this spot. And whether that's quarterback, whether that's defensive player, whether it's tight end, whatever that may be, you know, that's what we're going to do. But there was also, you know, communication that we believe that you can play for us. We're excited about that. And so, you know, while it's not always necessarily exactly what you want to hear from coaches, I think as long as they're upfront with you, to me, that's always been, you know, all you can really ask for. And you know, I've been very lucky in my career to always have that here in Atlanta, and that hasn't changed with new regime coming in. I think they're very open and upfront with me, and I appreciated that right from the start.
Yeah, I mean, Arthur Smith, and the two times I've interviewed him, strikes me as there's there's no smoke and mirrors. Like, literally, it's right there on his sleeve, on his chest, in his mouth, what comes out. That's what struck me a couple times. I'd never interviewed him before he became the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, Matt.
Yeah, he strikes me very much the same way, and I appreciate that. I think you appreciate it more too the longer you've been around, the older you get. Just be upfront with me, you know, and I think those guys and Arthur Blank and our entire organization has done that, you know, has done that for me. But I think he's really consistent with all the players right now, and that's something that, you know, I think you get on our Zoom meetings and you get a feel for how things are going to be run. And I think that's very much the point he is getting across.
So when Kyle Pitts gets drafted, what was your draft? Like, if we had a camera on your draft home scene with you and your wife, what would we have seen once Kyle Pitts got drafted, Matt?
I think my wife was more fired up than me. Sarah was ready to go, you know, and yeah, it might have been an expletive or something like that. I don't know what.
Let's LFG. We could have had an LFG in the Ryan household.
Yeah.
Okay,
right. So something right up that alley. But it was. Obviously excited, and in those situations, you know, I've been in that situation too. And, you know, where you're up there at the draft, I was in New York, and It's such a game changer for that kid who's getting drafted and what their night looks like and what, next week. And so you're excited for him, but also selfishly you're excited to add hopefully a great player for us that, can help us win games here.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.